Let's be honest. There are some clothes you used to love wearing years ago that just don't feel the same anymore. You put them on and something is slightly off. Not terrible, not wrong, just not giving what they used to give. And the funny part is, it's not the clothes, it's you. Well, not in the way you think. Your body has naturally changed over time, but your styling hasn't really kept up with it. And after 50, that mismatch starts to show quietly. In the mirror, in photos, even in how confident you feel in an outfit. Sometimes it almost feels like your wardrobe is saying, "We need to talk." But don't worry, and nothing is wrong with you. You just haven't been taught how to dress for your shape in this phase of life. And once you understand it, everything gets easier. Now, before we continue, we're still growing this channel, slowly, intentionally. So, if you're here right now, you're actually early enough to grow with it before things get crowded. And this space is simple. No confusing fashion rules, no chasing trends that don't even make sense in real life. Just real wearable style for women who want to look effortless, refined, and timeless without stress. Because at this stage, most women don't want outfits that are trying too hard anymore. They want clothes that just behave, clothes that sit right, feel right, and quietly make everything look put together without effort. And that's exactly what we're fixing today. Apple body shape, styling. Now, for some women, they notice that most of their fullness tends to sit around the midsection, while the arms and legs still stay quite slim. And if that's you, you've probably had moments where an outfit fits everywhere else but just doesn't sit comfortably around the stomach area. And the mistake most people make here is trying to hide everything or squeeze everything in. But the real solution is actually simpler. It's about guiding attention, not fighting your body. So instead of anything that clings around the waist or feels tight in that area, softer silhouettes naturally work better. Clothes that open up the neckline, like V-shaped cuts, tend to stretch the upper body visually and bring attention upward closer to the face. Dresses that flow just under the bust also tend to feel more forgiving because they don't fight the midsection. Even trousers that fall straight or slightly widen at the bottom help balance everything without drawing focus to one area. On the other hand, anything too tight around the stomach or overly structured in that exact area tends to create that uncomfortable, everything is being highlighted at once effect. And the truth is, you're not trying to disappear in your clothes, you're just trying to feel balanced again. Pair body shape, styling. Now, for some women, the opposite happens. The hips naturally carry a bit more shape, while the upper body feels a bit lighter or narrower in comparison. And the styling mistake here is usually doing nothing about it, just wearing whatever feels comfortable. But comfort without balance is where outfits start feeling not quite right. So what actually works is gently bringing more presence to the upper body so everything feels aligned. Soft details around the shoulders, like subtle structure or gentle volume, naturally help draw the eye upward. Even necklines that open the upper chest area create a sense of balance without needing anything extreme. And when it comes to the lower half, the goal isn't to hide it. It's just to keep things clean and flowing so it doesn't compete with the top. That's why simpler, straighter lines on the bottom tend to look more refined, especially when paired with a slightly more expressive top. When both halves of the body start speaking the same visual language, the entire outfit suddenly feels intentional instead of accidental. Rectangle body shape, styling. Then there are women whose shoulders, waist, and hips are fairly aligned, creating a more straight silhouette. And often the complaint here is, I don't feel like I have shape in my clothes. But the truth is, the shape is there. It just hasn't been highlighted yet. So the goal here isn't to change the body at all. It's simply to create the illusion of curves through styling. Any outfit that gently defines the waist instantly changes everything. Even something as simple as a belt or a wrap-style dress can completely transform how the body is perceived because it breaks the straight line in a flattering way. Layering also works beautifully here because it adds dimension, something the eye can follow. But when everything is too straight, too loose, or too boxy, the body starts to disappear under the clothing, which is usually where that something is missing feeling comes from. And once again, it's not about changing yourself, it's about giving your body shape a little direction. Now, zooming out from body shapes completely, uh, there's something important that happens around this stage of life. Women stop dressing for attention and start dressing for presence. And that's where elegance quietly becomes the goal. Because at this point, it's no longer about wearing the most trendy thing in the room. It's about wearing things that feel calm, clean, and intentional. Fabric starts to matter more than design. Fit becomes more important than fashion, and simplicity suddenly starts to look more expensive than anything loud or complicated. Even color choices become softer and more grounded, tones that don't shout, but instead blend naturally into your presence. And when all of that comes together, something subtle happens. You stop looking like you're trying to look good and start looking like you already understand yourself. So if there's one thing to take from all of this, it's that your clothes are not the problem and your body is not the problem. The missing piece is simply understanding how to dress the body you already have today. Because once you do that, you stop fighting your wardrobe and you start flowing with it. And that's when you finally look effortless, refined, and timeless. Now, if this video helped you even a little, go ahead and subscribe, because this channel is all about making style simple again for women who want to look elegant without stress, confusion, or guessing every morning. And I'll be breaking this down even further in the next video so you can build a wardrobe that actually works for your life, not against it.